So they do have the option to... I mean, they have to pick the support here, I'd have to guess. The question is, what do they want?
Vengeful Spirit is possible, but I think you need a little bit more lockdown and ganking potential. Undying struggles to rotate on the mid lane, so something to set up for that. Maybe an Earth Spirit.
They're going to take Gunner's Pango instead. Okay. I'm okay with this. I like this a lot because you actually don't want your mid laner heroes to get banned here. And you still have a lot of options for a support, and you can still now counter pick, or counter ban rather, for the Pangolier.
Yep. We'll see what they ban out last here. They only have 19 seconds of reserve time here on 4 Zoomers.
I'm assuming they get rid of like Kunkka, right? You're against Centaur and Pango. Okay, they get rid of Ember.
Yeah, I would like to see Kunkka banned out. You're absolutely right. They need somebody who can sit in front of these team fights. They don't want it to be Sven and Tusk. It's also possible they grab somebody who's able to push towers a little bit easier. If it is the Nature's Prophet off, then they could pick up the Death Prophet here, given the fact that Leshrac is banned out. So 4 Zoomers might want to get rid of that Death Prophet. It's also pretty good against the Centaur. Although Pego is able to get out of the Spirit Siphon with that swashbuckle. See in just a moment. Anybody else you think of favorable? Somebody else who's able to jump on the backline on Drow Ranger could be good, but you already have a number of solutions. That Tuscan Snowball onto him. You can relocate onto the Drow Ranger. You've got Nature's Prophet too. Yeah, that's what they do. They get rid of the Void Spirit. So these heroes with jump, they're worried about.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And they get rid of the Earth Spirit, like I was talking about. That would have been a nice way to round out 4 Zoomers draft. Somebody to rotate onto the mid lane for them.
But you have this final pick here. Most likely they're going to be the support for the 4 Zoomers. And Ocean's Hero, most likely, as we've seen Husky been playing the Undying. So something for the Drow Ranger. They could just go for the Venge. I honestly think you're right. That might be the pick, because you have the save from the swap. Oh. Ooh. Okay. That's the counter to Io Sven that you've been talking about.
Mm-hmm.
There's not really any synergy on 4 Zoomers besides double Soul Rip, but
this double edge, or as we call it in the industry, quad edge.
Quad edge, dude. That sounds like a party I want to be part of. Someone's gonna get that one for sure.
I do not, fortunately.
It's fine. Someone's gonna get it.
I'm sure whoever will chuckle Riley to themselves. And they'll say, "That'll do, Ricky."
You're welcome for that one. So they get last pick here for the mid lane. Against the Pangolier. To me, Kunkka seems pretty darn good.
It rounds out the draft nicely. You have a lot of strength heroes at that point. You have a lot of melee heroes at that point. You do need somebody to sit in front of your team. You definitely need somebody to sit in front of your team. And they pick somebody who sits behind the team, all right?
That is indeed a sit behind the team hero. All right, so it is going to be Mini on the Snapfire. Haynes going to be taking the off lane, Nature's Prophet. Benny to the safe lane. Jaguares 5, Ma on the 4. So draft pretty much exactly what we expected. The Snapfire, a little bit of a surprise to us, but super shiny on that Drow Ranger.
Oh, yeah. And so I have no idea what set that is. That is a lot of blue. Looks like... it looks like a mustache almost on the Drow Ranger with how my graph.
A lot of it. So what it is it's the modifier for Dire Tide that turns all of her armor like sparkly, like white, like that.
When is this getting removed from the game again? I mean, it was cool at first, but at this point, it's getting ridiculous now that people have time to make it look as ridiculous as possible with their other
dude,
set.
click my profile and look at my Drow Ranger. It's the first thing that's previewed.
Let's take a look here. Excellent.
Yeah.
You've got... Would you look like Spirit out of the Breath of the Wild? You know the one. Please tell me you
play I do.
Wild.
No, I'm kidding. I've actually never played. I haven't played a single Legend of Zelda game.
Jesus Christ, Ricky.
Not once.
We need to get you on a dose of video games for sure.
Dude. What do you mean? What other games are there besides Dota? Does such thing even exist?
Last time I saw you playing video games, I tuned into Ricky's stream, everybody, getting angry, trying to climb some tower or something like that, moving blocks around.
Yeah,
He's just
dude.
frustrated for like an hour. I came back like an hour and a half later, you're still doing the same thing and like even more angry.
Dude, it's called Catherine. Fantastic game, thank you. One of the greatest puzzle action platformers I've played in a while. Fun, super fun game.
You didn't look like you were having fun.
Oh, it was fantastic because it's really just like once you beat the level, it's that feeling of relief, you know?
That sounds like me after I get out of a very long Dota game. I don't feel proud of myself or accomplished. I just feel like I need a shower.
Oh, I felt proud and accomplished. You conquered something, right? A giant puzzle.
I see. I'll have to take your word for it. I'll just keep on enjoying being shield surfing in my Breath of the Wild.
Yes,
Thank you very much. My God, that game is cool.
That's what everyone says. They say it's one of the greatest games I've ever played.
Yep. You just keep playing your Catherine. And was it something about Erica?
What? Oh yeah, never forget.
But pause comes out. Minnie looks like he's having a couple of problems here.
Shout out to Erica. She's my favorite. She's everyone's favorite, really. Everyone knows.
Is this game on the Switch?
I believe it is, actually. Highly recommend checking it out if you haven't. Very fun game.
Play it as I just vibe on the couch with my cats. It's my wind down at the end of the day after spending a long day of watching and playing video games. I'd like to unwind by playing some more video games.
There's nothing like unwinding from playing Dota all day to playing other video games. That is like the perfect excuse.
Yep. I do get myself all tuckered out after a long day of playing games. It's some tough work. Someone's got to do it, though.
I mean, it's a long day of talking about games, too. We've been talking about games all day.
That's true. Only a couple of hours so far today, but I think we're a little bit behind schedule, actually.
It happens, you know. Sometimes you go like 50 minutes on an Arkosh game.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes a while, too.
Not trying to
At the start, Jaguares versus 4 Zoomers. Minnie definitely having his share of problems, it seems.
Amateur.
He's back in now, though.
I love this Tusk set. It's so good.
This one? Is this the Dota Plus one?
Yeah, it is.
No. I think it's
part of the Dota Plus one.
It's the helm is from Dota Plus, right?
Yeah, the helm is Dota Plus. He doesn't have the back piece, which is like the book. And he's got the Immortal Fist.
Yeah. Remember when you had a frozen sigil?
God, so you still have the cosmetics for it.
Yeah. I want a refund. Did they give people refunds for that thing?
Nope. Why would they?
What can I do in return?
Because a lot of people spent hard-earned dollars on them.
Nah, they'll just bring it back. It's fine. It's not a big deal.
Do I have any sigils for Tusk?
I have the Vici Gaming one. That one was the coolest.
Yeah. Heroes filtered by Tusk. Alright, I can take a look. Oh, I've got an entire Tusk bundle.
Oh. Dude, I have like 50 item or like hero cosmetic bundles that I've never opened.
Oh yeah.
I have so many.
I've just got unequipped immortals as well.
Yeah.
I
started giving a lot of those away to like friends of mine because I had no reason to keep them.
Wealth actually does trickle down sometimes.
Yeah, there you go. Who would have guessed?
10 players compete for
let's see these bounty rune trades. Two for
two. Very chill start to the game. Both teams feeling pretty okay. Husky is going to be in the safe lane to try and make some space for this Drow Ranger, which makes a lot of sense. You can't really put Grimstroke there. He's just going to struggle to do anything for that Drow Ranger, so they will just take Grimstroke and Centaur in the off lane. Stroke of Fate set up into Inkswell Stomp is really good.
Yeah. Very good, in fact. Mid lane, Gunner Struggle a little bit the first couple of levels, I feel. Once he's got points into Lucky Shot and he get the disarm off on a mini when he swashbuckles forward, the lane will be a little bit easier for him. But for now, you know, just a favorable matchup. Having more HP, having the attack range, able to harass him quite a bit.
Nature's Prophet is so difficult to last hit against. I swear, this hero. You have more damage on the Drow, but Nature's Prophet's attack animation and projectile is just so good. So we've got Benny on this Sven. Ooh, he actually misses the last hit on that range creep, but I think this lane, it might be okay for Centaur for a little while, and then I'm a little bit worried about what happens when Sven goes for the jungle.
The next level play.
So, Brax, I don't know how I feel about the stomp first on him, to be honest with you. I think he probably wants to max out I guess retaliate in the double edge and just get as many clicks off on them as possible.
I actually see most people max out the stomp or go like 2 or 3 points in it early because it does scale really well now. They did make that ability not completely useless.
I mean, obviously it's his best ability as the game goes on.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong here, but yeah, in the laning phase, it does feel a little bit underwhelming. Either way, Nuage's he's gonna get some free clicks off onto him for the first couple levels here before he's got the retaliate. He's got it now though, so.
I've been watching Ma and Husky just run at each other for a little while, just juking back and forth. Like Husky's got boots, but Ma has like Orb of Venom and tag team, so they just kind of like duke it out and then go back to normal. God, someone has this stupid sentry equipped. Where is it? Whose is this?
How do you find out whose it is?
I don't know. It's got to be Ocean's because I don't think Centaur bought a Oh no, it's gonna be Nuage's because it's a Radiant Sentry.
Yeah, that's Nuage. Yeah, so we can yell at him after the game. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We just spend the time in between games harassing the players, believe it or not.
We really do, actually, huh? Mini taking a lot of damage from Gunner in the mid lane, but he's got plenty of regen to work with. Gunner, I think that's Bottle coming out. Indeed it is. Is he going to get first blood here? Gets the disarm, couple auto attacks. He grabs him. Unbelievable. This guy, he's just so good. And that's going to be first blood into a bottle, setting up himself for really nice 4-minute runes here. Top lane, Husky chasing down Hane with the help of Sammy Boy. Those slows more than enough. No soul rip net yet, not even necessary. He's going to get it now. Ends up just dropping the tombstone instead, and they're going to dive Ma here. The zombies providing all the vision and slow that they need. It's going to be a double kill for Sammy Boy. Dude, that is an insane start to the game here for 4Zoomers.
Yeah, he almost has power treads complete, and they do manage to. Well,
he just dies to tower, yeah.
That was the increased threshold that I was talking about earlier, and Nuage's managed to find a kill onto Brax there.
Yeah, well done. They get a double kill. Extend just a little bit too far. Sven able to be kept alive thanks to the IO healing and that wand.
Yeah. Let's see if he had a point. I don't know. I'm not about to question Brax's god. I take back my statement completely. This guy knows exactly what he's doing.
Gunner's got a haste. Oh my gosh, the damage. Is he gonna just dive Snapfire here? I mean, he definitely can. Nice snowball. No scatter blast. Yeah, that was a lot of damage from the tower. He has a buff level in one. We'll use it once again. Try and get a few more hits in.
My God.
Protected by those infused raindrops for sure. Oh,
he's gonna be careful. He's playing a dangerous game here, Gunner.
Yeah, Mini's off cooldown on everything, so.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't worth it. He took way too much harass there. The guy, you just threw the Snapfire cookie? He's got the range.
Yeah, the raindrop is being very valued right now. Sven bottom lane again, falling low. This is the harassment damage, the 2 points in Stomp, and the 2 points in the Inkswell, or I'm sorry, in the Stroke of Fate. It's a lot of burst. He's going to go for the rune, right? Yeah, he's like, screw this, man. My bounty rune now. Mini now on the run. Can cookie to the low ground, but Gunner is here. Scatter Blast is going to be a great cookie to the low ground. They got him, right? Oh, my goodness. Gunner baited in just a little bit too far.
That was, I think it's possible to get into there with the Rolling Thunder, but your positioning has to be absolutely perfect, and he couldn't manage to get into that. Excellent play there by Mini. That was so smooth there, though, by Gunnar. I mean, he swashbuckled up towards Mini while getting the last hit on the ranged creep over here, gapping that distance and Rolling Thundered afterwards. So it was a very sick play by him, but he just ended up getting punished for it and going down. So all the advantage he got at the start of his laning phase now going the way of Mini.
Samuboy is farming okay now in the top lane. Still nothing compared to the Sven, who is at 26-5. But, yeah, I mean, the mid lane looking good for Mini now after that kill. He's almost level 7. Has plenty of gold to work with. Gunnar manages to bottle up that illusion rune, and now Ma has to be able to escape to the tower. He swashbuckles while he's got that lucky shot on him. He's going to take so much damage. There's going to be the snowball. Does have an illusion rune if he wants to use it. Just going to commit the rolling thunder instead. Salve does come out. Will pop the illusion to try and do some more damage on over to the Tusk. Rolling on through one more time. The drive-by kill misses the cookie. Swashbuckles away. Gunnar. Well played here by him on this Pangolier.
I'm surprised Mini didn't commit the Mortimer kisses there on the Gunnar.
He could, right? You actually could just potentially kill the Pangolier after a swashbuckle with that.
Yeah, I mean, he swashbuckled back out and it only committed the Rolling Thunder, so I'm surprised he didn't do it. Maybe he's just worried about Gunnar being able to dodge the majority of it. Either
Bottle
way.
refill. Classic. So Gunnar not doing the Javelin Rush, which we see out of some people.
A lot of the time, yeah, Javelin will be picked up before anything else, but actually opts to go the power shreds first, so plans on just, I don't know, right-clicking things down a little bit more. I think it honestly depends what neutral item you get as to what item you should get first, but he has a lot of gold under his belt. He finishes up his power treads first, swaps them to Intis, he TP's top in. He knows what they're up to here.
All right, we've got... Yeah, I mean, Rolling Thunder immediately baited. The Mortimer Kiss is going to be able to get interrupted, but Samuboy falling very low, kept alive for a little bit by the Soul Rip, the multi-shot under the tower. Samuboy, he's going to get the kill. Can they cancel Nature's Prophet? Not going to happen. Mini just dives on in to secure that kill, but they will go ahead and give that on over to Gunnar. So 2 for 1. You do find the Drow, though, in the end.
It was very unlucky there by Gunnar. He committed onto Mini at the start of that fight, and he just didn't get any lucky shot procs off on him to reduce the armor and slow him. So it's a lot longer dealing with the Snapfire than he otherwise would have wanted. Tusk now trying to TP in. Gunnar isn't going to be able to do much about this guy. If he tries to commit on, just snowball.
Yeah, I mean, he can try and get a single swashbuckle for some damage, but I think the main thing is he just wants to hurt the tower. Okay, yeah, he's going to have to back. He's taking way too many shots.
Boy, finding what he can get over here in the mid lane. He struggled to have anybody to jump on top of this Drow before they hit level 6 on the IO. Once that's done, and Nature's Prophet has a couple of items as well, then we'll just be able to teleport onto him, but needs this Orchid or a Blade Mail to be able to trade with him. Otherwise, the Drow will just fire back and bring him down.
Yeah, Royal Jelly for Sven. Super happy to pick that up for sure. Top of the net worth so far. Pango, then Snapfire, and Drow. The Nature's Prophet's actually struggling quite a bit. They have Stampede. They're going to be able to catch him. Gets inside those trees. More than enough damage. The chain stuns coming out from Ocean and Brax. Great play from them. A beautiful wrap around there from the Centaur.
Yeah, and not able to save himself with that Sprout because the Stampede in the phase roots both giving them phase movement.
Oh, just pump faking. Okay.
No, he's committing.
He's going to go for it. I don't know if he has the damage, but he's definitely going to try. He snowballs him in, so Gunnar now has to leave. Over to the mid lane. Ooh, almost times that well, but in comes Nature's Prophet. Gunnar still has a swashbuckle. He could go north. He chooses to. Cookie's on in. They will stun him down, taking a lot of damage. They finally finish it off. Goes over to Hane. They're going to relocate up here, too. Sven Io, they're going to commit for the tower.
Yeah, God Strength already activated. They'll cleave through these creeps here, and the tree will make it even easier to clean up his tower. So no shots off onto Benny here. You'll leave him, don't? Oh, okay, they don't leave Sven up there.
Hayden can get it. Looks like they're not willing to defend this, right? Nature's Prophet will get it eventually.
Interesting move. Brax trying to mitigate some of the damage and get some harass off on here, the mid lane. But I got a number of the heroes on 4 Zoomers in position to take a fight here.
Yeah,
Sammy
Husky
Boy,
relatively close too.
yeah, Sammy Boy, he's out for blood. It seems.
I mean, he's pretty strong right now. He is level 7 on the Dry Ranger. Not the highest level, but just 3 points in these frost arrows, which gives him quite a bit of kiting potential. Oof, that catapult. Tombstone down. They want to make sure to get this mid lane tower. With the next wave, they should be able to, but there is a Mortimer Kiss on the backside, so Mini is holding it for now. They do have Stampede potentially to try and cancel. The fortification comes out. Gunner going to try and slowly move his way over here. The question is, do they want to dive for this?
No, I don't think they do. In fact, even with all the heroes here in the mid lane, the fact that they took down Tombstone, it makes it that much harder to grab this tower. And Brax not tanking enough to just sit underneath the tower, tanking up the shots and getting the retaliate damage off onto it.
He's going to have a Blink Dagger in 200 gold.
Man manages to find farm. Feels like no matter what. It's very important for him to have this for good initiations, though. Him and Gunnar both. I think Gunnar will eventually have a Blink Dagger so he can get on top of people while he's committing the Rolling Thunder.
Yeah. Sven Mask of Madness build into the Echo Saber. Pretty standard stuff here. 6,000 net worth at 12 minutes. All according to plan.
Clears out the mid wave here. Not going to be able to actually shove the tower in his maw to defend it.
Rolling Thunder. Oh, he wants the rune, but snowball in. Starts, of course, not going to connect. Dude, that Wrath of Nature plus the bonus damage, but he has an Essence Ring able to keep him... Wait, what was that? What healed him? It was a Soul Rip from Undying. I was like, you can't have an Essence Ring. Well, playing some ping pong in the corners there. Mortimer Kiss is coming out. Gunner needs to get some space, has to dodge these out. Moth falling low. Brax rotates over. That Soul Rip animation is so cool. What the heck is that?
Finds himself a regen exactly when he needs it as well.
Very nice.
Jaguares.
Snapfire goes down. Husky and Gunner are going to be able to dive the IO here on the side of the wave. A nice Soulbind, though, slowing them both. A Blink Stun from Brax. They're going to get 4 here on the side of 4 Zoomers.
And there's nothing Hane can do to assist them. Beautiful. That would just go to show you how effective and the reason why they picked the 5th pick on the Grimstroke here. That Soulbind stopping Sven in his tracks. Couldn't quite get his hands on anybody. Wisp not wanting to go that far forward. And I think that was both a communication thing and a ping error. They're sitting at like 150, 200 ping here on Jaguares. So struggling to react fast to things like that.
So not only does this helmet provide a custom tombstone, it also provides a custom Soul Rip effect. The Soul Rip looks exactly like Essence Ring, which is kind of funny. I had no idea.
It can throw you off a little bit. That's why you thought the Essence Ring.
Yeah, I was like, okay, he just got a ton of health, right? Essence Ring with that effect, but Husky was actually close enough to get a Soul Rip.
There should be a way to turn off some of these, at the very least, custom effects for abilities during competitive matches.
So right now, 4 Zoomers up to a 3,000 gold lead. Sven obviously is going to hold that top net worth position, but overall, I think 4 Zoomers feeling pretty good. What's Sammy Boy building? Yep, Hurricane Pike. That seems to be the standard build against the Sven. You need to be able to get out of those shards as well.
Benny, and he's got goes up the Echo Saber. He's going for the BKB next, which he really needs to be able to take these fights. I mean, he doesn't want to get chain stunned up by Pango here with the Rolling Thunder. He gets toast down and disarmed by the Pango as well.
They just smoked in the mid lane. They could be looking for Centaur, but there is Gunner up on the high ground. They are seeing the Maelstrom proc, so they know he's there. Or rather, the smoke get popped as well. But they're going to go ahead and rotate top instead, looking for this Drow and Undying. She is showing in the lane, needs to back off now. Teleportation in from the Nature's Prophet. She's walking right into danger. The Orchid reveal comes out. The nice stomp with the Stampede is there. Jar Ranger makes underneath the tower. She's going to be fine. The gank not going to be successful. I think that Cookie into destroying all of the sprout trees was not the play.
I'd probably agree with that one. Sammy Boy doesn't even care. He's just sitting here with no HP. Husky refusing to heal him, though.
He's like, yeah, do it yourself.
Yeah. Bootstrap Sammy Boy. He's going for the Force Staff right now. The very early Hurricane Pike, which is absolutely necessary against the heroes here. I mean, you want to be able to get out of the Sprout. You want to be able to get out of or get away from Sven.
The shards too. There's just a lot of things. Nice blink stun. The Inkswell there. They caught the Tusk. Beautiful ward here on the high ground to scout this out. Just an easy kill every time. Bottom lane, Pango looking for a kill, but in the jungle, Drow's been found by the Nature's Prophet. She might have enough health here. Yeah, that raindrop preventing the soul burn. And guess who's here, baby? It's Brax. Going to turn it right around. There's going to be the piercing shot from Drow. They find the kill on the other side of the fight. Soulbind is their gunner, doing a lot of damage. There's going to be that snap on that Inkswell. Does have Rolling Thunder. Going to get canceled immediately, but a silence onto the Sven might allow him to get the Rolling Thunder off if he chooses. Going to hold off. So far, a good fight again from 4 Zoomers, only losing the Undying.
Yeah, and Undying, they're more than happy to give up here. That's God, 1,000 net worth going in their favor, 1,300 XP, not bad, and a little bit more control of the map. They're not going to be able to grab this tier 2 tower, but they do have, well, I was going to say that they don't have any of the tier 2 towers. They can't actually grab the outpost yet. They'll probably start posturing towards Roshan. I mean, with Brax able to tank it up with his Vanguard, Drow Ranger will be able to bring it down pretty quickly. Vision coming around the pit pretty soon here is something that 4 Zoomers are going to want. Right now, Jaguares does control the area, though.
Yep. Now, we saw yesterday this, I can't remember if it was Hane or not, but I think it was on the offlane Nature's Prophet, where he was just given so much space early and just became this top net worth farmer, almost unstoppable. But this game, he's struggling. He is behind Brax on the Centaur, who now has Blink and a Vanguard, which eventually we'll be seeing that turned into a Crimson Guard. Ooh. Where's the ward? They're not sure where it is. Oh, it's on the other side, so they do know where it is now, but mid lane, bottom tier 2 tower is just dead. They did not defend it, and Sammy Boy manages to take it. They can go grab this outpost as well, but Brax and Ocean already smoking to the mid lane. They're looking for a kill here. Gunner's got an Arcane Rune, super low cooldown Swashbuckles and Rolling Thunder. He managed to get the jump over the wall. I wasn't sure if it was going to immediately stun him or not, but you were right. Mini, that's not where you want to go. He's found right into Gunner. Does have some space, but there's the Blink stun, the Inkswell as well. He relocates out. Okay, it's just a 2v4. The Sven is in so much trouble as the Soulbind just holds him in place, and now Hayden goes down. There's going to be a Mortimer Kiss. Not going to be able to do a whole lot here as Gunner goes in right on top of him, stunning him down. Killing spree for Samuel. He finishes up with that multi-shot, and now Io the next to fall. Double kill for the Drow Ranger, and they just walk into Roshan.
Yeah, he actually couldn't commit that Mortimer Kisses right away after being saved there by the Wisp because he had the Phantom's Embrace on top of him. I think he's a little bit confused as to where the hell he went because it took him a moment to get it off of him too. No Mortimer Kiss right away. I mean, they've got absolutely decimated in that last team fight, and right beside the objective. He's looking pretty bad right now for Jaguares. Up 7k net worth now. Just recently getting their tier 2 neutral items. Sammy Boy, he's feeling incredibly strong.
Another casual regen rune bottom lane for Gunner when he needs it.
Yeah. You know, these things actually make a world of difference. It could be a completely different game if you didn't get these 2 regen runes.
Yeah. I mean, the Sven is now 3rd on net worth. You are behind Pango and Drow. The thing is Pangolier farms so fast once he has the Maelstrom, and he's going for the Diffusal next, which is going to do so much work in this game. Not only help kite the Sven, but you have now double inhibit on the Soulbind targets. You can also just close the gap on pretty much any other hero if you've already swashbuckled. But yeah, they don't have a lot of mana to work with. Like, Sven getting mana burned is a big deal.
Yeah. Absolutely. I do really like burning Sven's mana. I mean, Sven, Snapfire, it's not that great against Tusk. It does a lot too, actually.
Yeah. He has, what, 500 mana or something? Yeah, 530.
He feels very useless if he's not able to save people with snowballs.
Ooh, he clipped him with the slow. Brax, he gets a free stun onto Tusk as well. He's like, Constellation kill. Thank you, sir. The silence comes in, and Drow Ranger just going to melt them both.
Yeah, this Grimstroke counter pick coming in a great effect against the Wisp. Definitely worth it picking up last here.
I mean, yeah, the combination of Centaur and Grimstroke has been so good this game. They have made it work all the way from the laning stage till now, and Braxy is going the Aghanim Scepter. We knew that he was going to pick it up eventually just because of how good it is this game. You know, that free pathing, the damage reduction, it was nerfed, but it's still 40%.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Precious bounty.
It's going to do a lot. I mean, as soon as Sven commits onto somebody with that God Strength BKB, I mean, you're going to use the majority of your BKB duration not doing nearly as much damage as you want to. Nuage's, he's just going to go down here probably. Not a whole lot of people to save him.
Yeah. Brax, this man's out for blood. They go ahead and use the mortar or the gobble up. They find Samuboy. He gets the stampede. He's out with the force after heals from Husky as well. And now Ma in the worst place you can be, underneath a tombstone by a Drow. The rolling thunder and the ink soul clean up the back line as they manage to take down 2 additional heroes, and Drow Ranger survives it all.
But they've just gotten a way to get on top of him. The amount of damage coming out from this guy is absolutely insane with barely any items. So just the Yasha and the Hurricane Pikes and the power trends. The fact that he got the Ring of Aquila too, it doesn't really seem fair. Just making him that much scarier, that much more armor sustained for the rest of the team as far as mana goes.
They had a Van Brace, didn't they? Where'd it go? Or did they? Was that the other team? Oh yeah, it was the Radiant. Wait. No, yeah, they have a Van Brace in base. Like no one's using it.
Boo.
Boring.
Yeah, they have a Van Brace and a Nether Shawl. Both these items owned.
Yeah.
I feel there's probably nobody you want to.
Brax could definitely use a Van Brace over a poor man's shield. Just saying.
I think he. Well, given the fact that he has a Vanguard, I'd have to agree with you.
Maybe, I don't know. He just, you know, no, someone picked it up and probably never told him. There's still you know, he's still a new addition to the roster. They could just be griefing him.
Maybe nobody told him that he's got a poor man's shield. Somebody just dropped on him and he's not there.
Gunner just goes in, no cares in the world. He has a Lotus Orb completed now all of a sudden. The blink forward, the stomp, the catch, the tusk, but in comes Benny. He's popped that BKB, chasing down Ocean, but this is just a support. Benny's BKB, that's all you're going to claim with him on the backside of the fight. Gunner just chewing right through them. The blink forward, looking for a Nuage's, has a swashbuckle in 2, but a cookie to stun him down. There's another stun, but he reflects it onto the Sven. The Stampede comes out. Nuage's goes down. Benny now in some trouble, but if they can get the disarm, they can turn this around. There's going to be the Mortimer Kisses Gunner. That's his Aegis. Sammy Boy still alive, and so is Husky. Nice snowball holding him in place. Gunner goes for the blink out. Double buybacks here from the side of Jaguares. If they can turn this around, a 2-man stun. Pangolier held in place. He gets that Lotus Orb off, but he has to swashbuckle away here to victory. He's just turning around trying to do as much damage as he can, but Gunner likely to go down here, and he will. Triple kill for Hane on the Nature's Prophet.
They managed to turn it. I got a case of deja vu. It feels like these teams, they've been throwing away their leads every time they try to shove out the enemy team's base. Yeah, this is exactly the same story that we saw in Arkosh versus Sad Boys.
Yeah, BK beats Sven. They had I mean, Hane I don't think even used his. He got his delivered in the middle of the fight, but yeah, they weren't able to keep Sven away from them. And Sammy Boy doesn't do much by himself when he's left. They really have a lot of their damage coming out from this Pangolier. And now Soulbind is there, but they're just going to walk away. Multi-shot out. Sven. They're really just trying to force the BKB, right?
Yep. They don't want Sven walking into them there. So if they can lower that BKB duration, they're in a pretty good place as well. But a couple of people were far away from their next items and a little bit out of position in that last team fight. So Rax actually just 1,100 gold away from the Aghanim Scepter. Joe Ranger doesn't quite have the... Did we touch on the Yasha Kaya? Did you already touch on that?
For enemies.
Hello? Is that a misclick? I'm sorry, my brain melted.
Yasha Kaya? On Drow Ranger?
I mean, Spell Amp, I guess, works with multi-shot. It does, right? Yeah, 185% bonus damage. Tusk goes in, rather goes down. Mini caught as well. They're going to be able to pick off a quick 2. Nuage's went for the relocate, not going to be in time, so... The other side of the fight, they're looking for the Sven. They're trying to just force the BKB, and they might be able to. The Chainsaw's going to come out. No, they're not going to get it. Oh, the blink forward. Gunner, the mind games, he's got him. The BKB committed. Don't want to chase too far now. Stormhammer returned. Oh, and sent, returned to sender, I guess, in that point. Dude, this Lotus Orb is really good this game. Oh, yeah, there's the yeah, that was the relocate back. We're right.
I gotta ask you about this Yasha Kaya when the game's done. We're pulling Sam in for an interview.
It amps arrow multi-shot damage.
We're pulling him in for an interview, man. I need to know. I gotta know.
That's it. I mean, 16% more damage on multi-shot. I mean, that's just gotta be what it is. Sven, inside the base, taking a lot of damage. Stunned up, silenced up. He does have the God Strike if he can turn around, but he's just getting kited. Gunner, some trouble. Nice cookie comes out. A soul bind onto a BKB Nature's Prophet. It is going to go ahead and bind up the Sven now, but they finally take down the Undying, and now it's just time to back. Don't want to overextend here on the side of 4 Zoomers.
No. They learned their lesson after that last team fight that didn't go their way, losing most of their lineup there. So they'll play it safe for now. Roshan potentially responding to their 25.
Oh my god, the Snapfire. Many good night, and they just continue the aggression onto the Tusk.
One less enemy
They don't have to play so far back after all. I mean, they posture up in front of this tower. Sven is back up. He has God Strength and BKB available, so they're going to play it a little bit slower for now. Probably send the courier out on top of the Roche Pit after it delivers out the last of Brax's Aghanim Scepter here.
Yeah, I was going to say, that Ag's going to be a big fight for them unless he dies before it begins, and that's exactly what happens. Oh, no. Well, BKB God Strength down, and now you just go back to farming if you're 4 Zoomers. A pretty long Roche respawn here.
Yeah, ended up being like a minute 45 seconds, so good for them. I mean, Centaur will be back up before Jaguares has the potential to take it, and Sven could take it pretty quickly, especially given the fact that God Strength was already active there. They would have been more than happy to grab that. 200 gold away from the Aghanim Scepter on him, and he's also edging closer to his level 20 talent, so being able to fly around these team fights and get on top of Drow Ranger that much easier.
Yeah, you are correct, sir. Speaking of items that you love, look at Grimstroke, dude. He's getting your favorite item in Dota.
Yeah, how come this keeps happening? What's with this timeline? I'm in the wrong one.
And when you're against Sven, it's pretty good.
It is good against the Sven. But
they are going to smoke mid lane here with the Centaur Ags. We knew that they wanted to fight with this once they have it. Sven's is being delivered right now, so they are going to be, they got to be very careful about this. Sven, Ags, BKB available, but no God Strength for 40. They're smoked up here on the side of 4 Zoomers, trying to sniff out some members of Jaguares Gaming, but it's not going to happen. They are out. Pango's going E-Blade. Yeah, the BKB finished on the Drow as well. They're going to go up onto the high ground. Ma is going to be the first to get found. Blink Stun will catch him. He's just dead immediately. The multi-shot damage, way too much to deal with. I mean, that's an okay loss there, honestly, if you are Jaguares. You know, take the Tusk. You don't lose anyone else. Nature's Prophet was right there, basically tanking the gank for him.
No time at all. Double damage in there at the bottom of the river. Somebody needs to scout that out and make it even quicker for them to take Roshan, but nobody's going to find it. They just go straight into the pit. Brax, he makes the call for otherwise, though.
They have the gobble up. They find Gunner. He's silenced as well. He is so dead. The Soulbind is there. In comes Brax. Hits a huge stun, but Sven, he's just turning it around, trying to get to Sammy Boy. He does have his BKB forced to run. Wrath of Nature does some serious work. Goes down on Husky, and now Ocean is protected by that Aeon Disc. The multi-shot will do some damage. Sven, he's got no BKB left. Brax looking for the stun. Not going to connect, but he's going to turn it around. They're going to find Brax. He just goes down. Triple kill for Benny on the Sven, and now he's just going to get kited out. You can close the gap. You do have the Hurricane Pike, Benny. There comes the Stormhammer. That is no way to stop him. Ultra kill for Benny, and he is looking for the Rampage, but it's not going to happen. Ocean hiding in the trees, and they're going to go for Roshan instead.
You do have God Strength just expiring here, so it's going to take you a little while to grab it, but it's not going to matter. Drow dead for 65 seconds here. Pango gone for another 30. They cleared this out, no problem. Aegis and Cheese going their way, and I got a serious case of deja vu. This game turned on their head. These people are just not able to end the game against the Sven fast enough. He comes online a big way with this Aghanim Scepter and his level 20 talent.
Yeah, Nature's Prophet already positioned bottom for the 30-minute bounties. They don't have an outpost, though, which is a little bit of an oversight, but Yeah, 4,000 gold lead now only for the Zoomers, as it was almost 11, 12,000 at one point for them. Gunnar getting found on the low ground there. I mean, there was just this perfect ward, just scouting him out. He was trying to hide, you know, in the trees there, but they just initiate immediately onto him, and there's nothing you can do.
Ocean now going. He had E-Blade queued up on Ocean for a moment there. They're now just trying to mitigate some of the damage that Sven's able to do. If they can get the E-Blades off onto the teammates after the Storm Hammer comes out onto them, you know, you can put Benny out of position and take these team fights. But they're going to struggle a little bit more every single time.
They see Brax. He finds Mini. There's going to be the stomp into the Inkswell stun, keeping it going. The Stampede comes out. Gunnar on the backside, just getting chopped by Benny, but he's able to survive thanks to the Ghost Scepter. Now he's going to try and turn around. Soulbind does catch Io and Snapfire, but in comes Sven once again. Aeon Disc proc. He does have BKB, and the Age is still available. Ocean trying to be healed up. Io is out. The multi-shot coming through, but it doesn't really connect onto anything. They're trying to get the Nature's Prophet. BKB comes out. Sven dancing around the fight. Goes down once again on Gunnar. The gobble up to stun up Brax, followed up by the cookie. It's going to be another big win here for the side of Jaguares. Triple kill once again for Sven, and he's looking for Ocean. Gonna go for the TPR. You don't have mana, but might...
Oh no, he's got no...
He caught the Drow. He's got no way out. He has BKB, but no TP, so Drow in a lot of trouble. Just gonna go for the Gust, turn it around. Sammy Boy trying to run away, but the body blocks from Jaguares. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And that's one of the benefits of having 0 turn rate.
Nothing that he's able to do there. He's practically stunned there on Sammy Boy as he tried to escape from that wisp. Oh, Sven just continuing to wreak havoc on these team fights. Couldn't bring him down a single time. And yeah, they're dealing with some of these heroes on Jaguares, but Sven, he's getting too big to fail now.
Yeah, this is exactly what we saw last game, right? The Sven just gets to a point where you don't have a way of dealing with him. He just one-shots every hero he sees because he's incredibly balanced.
I'm hoping for a patch pretty soon. You know, at first,
Tuesday,
if you're dreading...
give it to me, please. I'm done. Oh.
We're dreading a patch in the middle of this tournament, but now I think both of us are kind of hoping for it after seeing these last 2 games here.
I just can't. I just don't understand why Sven is not banned every game.
Yeah, he's simply too good. I mean, yes, you were doing great here on 4 Zoomers. I mean, look at win probability, man. Look at how high it was for.
Oh my god, it was actually 99% at like 20 minutes.
Yep. And Sven manages to turn it around. I mean, yes, there's a little bit of awkward positioning here, but I think Dota Plus is underestimating the hero.
It doesn't have that Spectre favor yet. Remember that? Anytime Spectre was in the game, it immediately started at like 60% win percentage.
Yeah. It's a little bit bugged out. And Brax doing what he can to farm up a Lotus Orb to deal with Sven a little bit easier here. He's had this Vanguard for quite a long time. I thought maybe he's thinking about building into a Crimson Guard and ending the game a little bit quicker, but at this point you're not really negating much of the Sven's damage with that Crimson Guard. So it's not
Lotus
worth fully...
is good though.
Yeah, Lotus is definitely good.
So, I mean, you pretty much have what you want on this Sven. He's going to be picking up, I mean, he's backpacked his BKB for now, but he's picking up a Basher next. Another way to just kind of chain stun down the Drow or the Pangolier, but he's getting smoked on top of. There's going to be a high ground Tombstone, but there's no one left. Oh my gosh. The smoke pops, and they do not want to overcommit here.
No. They would have wanted to go on Sven in another 30 seconds from now when Age expires, but you're not going to be able to bring him down twice.
Yeah, look at the vision from Tombstone if you can toggle it really quick.
Yeah. We talked about this one yesterday, and you ended up being correct, and I looked very wrong and dumb.
Nonsense. So Ocean on the Grimstroke, he is itemizing for the Hex, right? So you have the double Hex during Soulbind. We could potentially see a Aghanim Scepter eventually, which will give you the portrait, the Dark Portrait of Sven. It's a BKB'd Sven. Permanent. It's magic immune. Speaking of Sven, he actually consumed his Ags for some reason without having another item. Oh, they managed to find Gunner. He goes for the blink out. Has Swashbuckle. Can he get away? He's the stun. Oh, man. That is as lucky as you can get. And another high ground sentry to ruin my map. Thank you.
I'm not happy about that one on Jaguares. The stun procking there from Gunner. Just dropping all chat lines onto him. Things could look pretty over for him if they managed to bring him down. Benny's got no fear regardless of not having that Aegis anymore, though. And not having buyback.
I mean, he's so protected. Io is just never going to leave his side. If they manage to get on top of him, it's unlikely that they burst through, his 3,000 HP before a reload comes out. He does have to be careful on the Io, though, because if they do soulbind him, will that cancel the relocate out?
The soulbind will cancel the relocate, yes, since it acts as a leash. As long as he's leashed to another target.
Well, so I'm saying if Io tethers into reload out and he gets caught on the soulbind before the relocate activates, right? Because there's you can pre-channel and relocate from pretty far, but if he gets in range for the soulbind, it would cancel, right?
Yes, it's exactly like trying to get somebody on the opposite side of a chronosphere. You can tether at them from several thousand range away, and while you're approaching them, that's when you want the relocate to actually activate. That's how you deal with that soulbind there. Exactly as you say.
Pango, he's like, do I buy this? I don't know. Do I? I do. Okay, nice. He's got the E-Blade.
Dayless is another off here, boy.
Just a casual harassment gobble up. They do smoke up immediately after that, outside of vision too, and they have plenty of wards on the Radiant side here to almost have seen it, but barely dodge it out. Spell Prism drop there. I mean, you could honestly keep that on the Sven, but I think they're just going to drop it on the Snapfire. If they get the Io here, it's a great way to start the fight. They don't have vision on the high ground, though. There it is. They jump onto Nuages. He just gets blown up, and now the rest of Jaguares just going to back on out, accept the loss there.
That's definitely the initiation you want, and they took that just at the 37-minute mark as well. The heroes on Jaguares were more likely to be split up and hunting for those neutral items. Was that the 7-head, right?
5-head. 5-head is just the standard, wow, super smart.
Okay. What is a 6-head?
There's not really a 6-head. It's just kind of the same thing. Oh, Brax goes on the high ground. He's like, oh, hello, Snapfire. Gobble, or I'm sorry, wait. No way. You're kidding. Okay, she's under a ward. They do have vision, but they don't have a way to stop it. She's out. Oh, how does this happen?
I mean, he can't keep getting away with this.
Brax literally ran over him.
Maybe Brax is tired. I mean, he was holding onto a poor man's shield with his Vanguard for a pretty long time.
Okay. He is invis now on the Centaur, but he misses the stun, and now he's got no ultimate. In goes the Sven. He reflects the stun, luckily, with that Lotus Orb, but now he's going to reflect a snowball. Not really where you want to be. Oh my gosh, the damage from that Nature's probably just slaps the Undying. Able to get healed up for a moment. BKB from the Drought. Turning around with that multi-shot. There's going to be the nice soulbind, but it's onto 2 BKB targets, and Sven just doesn't care because for some reason it's super balanced that you can just leave soulbind. Now they've managed to find the Drow on the backside. She's saved by an E-Blade for the time being, but purged obviously once again by a level 26 Sven. Nice swashbuckle up onto the high ground. Pango being able to kept alive for a moment. Blinks to the low ground, but he's found by Nuages. Yeah, the global TP, the gobble up, right on the money.
And they send a number of the heroes back to deal with Gunner there, but it's not going to matter. Benny still God Strength active, cleans up your tier 2 tower in no time at all. Does have the Fortify, will stop this tier 3 push at least until the rest of the team gets there. Buy them a little bit of time with the backdoor protection, maybe, but the wave's coming in. Your heroes are dead. You only have buyback in the Drow Ranger. Pango and Centaur have no way of getting back into this fight.
They're going to respect it, actually. They don't want to throw. You don't have any of your Sven abilities available, and if he dies, he's worth a huge bounty.
Yeah.
I mean, they forced the economic damage. They now have a 13,000 gold lead for Jaguares. Like, they've completely turned this game around.
And take a look at this. Roshan responding in another 5 seconds, and Pango still dead for another 47.
Yeah, that is, how it works sometimes. 40-minute bounty runes might distract Jaguares for the moment, but Mini, he just runs right on in. He's like, oh, hey, look. We can kill this, right? No Pango, 30 seconds. Pretty easy for us. Sven just going to start laying in the damage. You have Hane coming in on that Nature's Prophet, offering that Solar Crest AC. Tag team as well. Roshan, Aegis Cheese, and now an Aghanim Scepter, which I'm assuming they're going to put on the Tusk. Yes, they do. That is a good one.
Yep. Tusk Aghanim Scepter is a lot of fun. It's the old the kick, the pancake flip, as I like to call it, as the heroes are shot up into the air and flip around a dozen times, they get kicked away. I mean, there's a number of people you can take out of the fight with this thing. If you have
I mean, he can just annoy the crap out of Drow Ranger. It pierces BKB.
Well, the real beauty of this thing is if you get yourself an Aether Lens, it increases the cast range of the Wolvisk. Oh no,
that is a real good find there. The Soul Bind, but it doesn't really matter. Sammy Boy on the run, so is Husky, but there's the Sprout, chews through the tree. Jesus, that burst damage is too much. Sven gets a double kill.
1800 crit. That Daedalus, God's strength.
Gunner trying to cut mid lane, pops the Rolling Thunder so he doesn't get clapped. Oh, he misses one ranged creep. Doesn't matter. They got two catapults being protected in the mid lane. Okay, Sammy Boy illusion. I was a little worried there for a moment.
Sammy Boy would never fall for this, but Benny does. Ooh, I'm losing quite a bit of HP.
Okay, I mean, this snowball might actually really back. Okay, no, he's slowed up a little bit too much on the Tusk, unable to get away, but he does have, oh my gosh, the flicker RNG, absolutely perfect. And now Nature's Prophet, he doesn't get the tether off. He's just dead. He mess played on the IO, doesn't get the tether before the relocate.
Yeah, and now he's going to come right back. Nobody going to be in position to save them. I mean, you do have Mortimer Kisses and Gobble Up, but no creeps to throw out.
I mean, you could send in Benny, but...
Mini, what are you doing, Mini?
Okay, he gets the blink. He's fine. They might chase. That's exactly what they're going to do. Shards comes out. Benny on the low ground. No ultimate, but he gets bashed up. Still has BKB available. Soulbind. He's going to go ahead and have to commit it on both heroes. Inko's Brax, but taking up a lot of damage. Mob falling low, but gets a snowball up. Abyssal Blade is out. Benny's first life. Can they bring him down? He's able to survive through it all, but finally Gunner's Rolling Thunder doing some serious work. Nature's Prophet as well has BKB, but he's being permanently stunned. The Gust comes out. Can they get him in time? He's got 100 HP. He's going to survive, and now Gunner in some serious trouble, stuck in the middle, but he's just disarming the Sven forever, and now Mini goes down as well. It's four Zoomers turning it around. Nuwages dies in the process. How does this happen?
Sven, he goes down right on the edge of that cliff, and it's just too easy for them at that point. He's disarmed or stunned for a full 10 seconds, not able to do anything. His Black King bar on cooldown. God's Strength still not quite up and just ripped apart there. Four Zoomers finally getting back into this game. They are still 13k net worth down. This isn't going to be that easy for them, but a little bit of room to breathe. Much needed right now. Oh, they're going to push high ground here. Buyback isn't available on the Sven. You have it on Snapfire, and you're probably going to have to commit it. Next Sven only needing 284 here.
The Illusionist Cape cooldown reduction thanks to that level 25 talent.
Nuwages, Hane shoving out the bottom lane. Maybe force somebody back by shoving this tier 3 tower.
He's going to cut mid, yeah.
That is a very big wave that they have there. In the bottom. Look at all those.
Jump in, Abyssal Blade onto the Tusk. The Rolling Thunder is there, and the stuns. They can get the kill. They do. Killing spree. That's no buyback. You have no wave. Not a single wave is at the base. Hane has pushed all of them because of his removed TP cooldown.
Yep. In your top tower, it's just, your bottom tower, it's just dropping the creeps. There's a small army, a large army of ranged creeps here. There's half a dozen of them.
They're gonna get it eventually through backdoor protection, but it is so slow. And now Hane, he's got the long range hex from Ocean, the stampede on in. He's gonna be forced to BKB, and there's no way to stop it. Oh, the bash! You are joking. Hane severely punished. No buyback as he bought back into the last fight as well.
Down for 120 seconds. Does give them enough time for Sven to come back online, but costing his team a whole lot by dying without buyback. They lose the melee barracks there, even though they did end up taking some heavy damage there on the bottom tier 3 tower.
I mean, he bought his team a lot of space there and honestly prevented them from almost losing the game. Like, they probably could have just gone tier 4s and ended. So Nature's Prophet keeping Jaguares in it despite going down there. What is Sammy Boy buying? He has to have something on Courier. Oh, a Lincoln's. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, double Lotus Orb and Lincoln so far in this game to just slow down these Sven's Stormhammers from being really effective.
The worst part about it is it barely even matters.
Yeah.
You buy these items to directly counter the hero and they do so little.
I did not know Illusionist Cape's crit.
Yeah. All illusions crit.
Yeah. That just didn't occur to me. I mean, it makes sense now when I think about it. It's just like I forget that illusions can crit.
They don't crit for the same amount of damage they say they do because they don't get the bonus damage on top of them. So the plus 144, that doesn't really matter.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's 2 lanes of barracks. They just don't want to fight now that Nature's Prophet is dead. They're really afraid here on Jaguares. One thrown fight and they can lose. The wraparound coming out from Jaguares and Benny. He pops the God Strength looking for something. They're on the low ground. Husky would be a great initiation, but he goes into Ocean, who has the Aeon Disc, and he's gone. The Abyssal Blades come out. There's going to be the Soulbind as well. Benny returns an Abyssal Blade, but he's just healed up completely on the Pango. You've lost Io. They can't find anything. Sven goes down. It's a disaster, and the GGs are out. 4 Zoomers managed to bring the game back from what looked like almost complete defeat.
Yeah, these fights absolutely insane. I mean, 4 Zoomers, the game was cinched. It was absolutely theirs for a little while, but Sven just too strong after a certain point. And you know, that one death on Sven, it ended up costing them everything. Complete control of the map, going back the way of 4 Zoomers and stunning him up in these team fights. Anywhere else they could have taken that fight other than that cliff there, and they would have been able to win that. Yeah. Just awful timing there by them, overestimating their own strength and ability to fight into them. They should have just cut their losses. So 4 Zoomers, nice recovery from the recovery of Jaguares.
Yeah, right? From one recovery to another, they did a fantastic job. And, I mean, the gold and net worth graphs really tell the story. Oh, my God. One team throws a 10K and the other team throws the 20K. It just happens, that's how Dota goes.
Yeah. But that's going to do it for this game. 4 Zoomers showing signs of weakness there for sure, but continuing to impress with this new lineup, a new captain leading their team, Brax. A couple of mistakes this game, but I'm hoping I can grab somebody for a post-game interview. I'm more so just curious about the Kaya Yasha and what prompted him to buy that one.
We'll ask in the lobby, figure out what's going on there. I'm really curious as well. That being said, game 2 between Jaguares Gaming and 4 Zoomers coming up in just a moment. Stay tuned, everyone. We'll see you after just a short break.